I'm down here in beautiful Pilsen playing the Front Porch concert series. I went to school in Iowa. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. I left Iowa, went to New York, and I lived there for a few years and played music around New York. I did that for a little while, played some open mics, started writing stuff, started playing with other musicians and collaborating. And then now I'm in Chicago. I've been here for about 5 years and kind of continued on that road, writing and performing and finding awesome people to collaborate with.
Do you know what is one of your favorite places to play in Chicago, or that you've played in?
I think we're super lucky in Chicago. We have a lot of awesome venues it's a really supportive community. I love Cole's in Logan Square. I love the Hideout. They're just an awesome bar. They get all kinds of crazy people coming through there. You can go see, like, Andrew Bird just shows up and does a set, or like Michael Shannon's doing a Lou Reed album, and you just walk in there on a Monday night and that stuff is happening. And I feel like it's crazy that I've been able to play there because it's such a cool venue. But as I said, I think there are a lot of places I would still like to play that I haven't yet. We've got a really good scene going on in Chicago. I think we do summer really well. I say this as we're like sitting, sweating outside, but that's because we live through the winter, man. Like, if you're gonna make it through that winter, people just know how to party. It's like as soon as it gets warm, everybody is everyone's friend. Like, you walk down the street and just everybody's cool to each other. I love that. I don't mind the winter that much either. I like having seasons. I like that about Chicago. I like that we have a really solid kind of neighborhood culture. It's one of the reasons I was really excited to do this, because I feel like we've got a lot of really cool identified spots to hang out. And we also have the downtown kind of big city atmosphere as well. You can kind of get a little bit of everything.
The city gets cold and dry, then it hides itself in white. We still walk outside into the arms of a cold blue night. Listen to the bitter heartbeat of our winter city. It's calling you, it's calling me out into the frozen streets of our winter city. Come with me, come with me. You'll never feel the frost on your face, 'cause round here cold weather coffee comes with Buffalo Trace. The air's so cold it burns our lungs. First we act tough, then we warm up to someone and say, listen to the bitter heartbeat of our winter city. Don't you see, don't you see, you and me are way too pretty for this winter city. But don't you leave, don't you leave me. You will never find another home that loves you so tough that she'll stay on your mind, 'cause nowhere else pulses loud enough for you to listen to the bitter heartbeat of our winter city. Come with me, come with me, out into the frozen streets of our winter city. Don't you leave, don't you leave.
Thank you. My first introduction to Pilsen was a couple years ago. I think it was actually the final year of Pitchfork, which was the sort of alter ego underground version of Pitchfork that was at I can't remember, Treasure Town, I think was the name of the like warehouse space. That was a lot of fun. That was weird fun, but it was really cool. That's another kind of example of cool music stuff that happens in Chicago. Just, you can hear anything you want any night of the week. See, like Dusix and Talia Hall and all that stuff that's going on now. Things are kind of waking up all over in different neighborhoods in Chicago. And I just have friends who live around here, so it's kind of fun to just walk around. And Little Village is close too, so there's some really awesome restaurants and things happening there. I do most of my writing at home. I do occasionally like to sit on the porch. It's kind of nice to be outside when the weather's nice. I don't know, man. I draw inspiration from a lot of things. I'm a big Joni Mitchell fan. I think that probably shows through more than anything else. But I also love Slater-Kinney and kind of more like rock, just straight up rock stuff. I don't know. The inspiration is sort of semi-autobiographical and then sometimes not at all. Just kind of whatever comes out.
What do you like about the idea of playing on a front porch?
I don't know. I think there's an aspect of that making it through the winter thing and just being able to hang out outside that's really nice. It's nice to be able to kind of step outside of your home space and be part of the community a little bit. You kind of see people walking by and people hear that. You know, they have the option to kind of stop and listen or keep walking, but I think it's nice to kind of put something out there in a way that's inobtrusive but also kind of offering it up to people who kind of pass by. I did get some really good advice that I ended up following 10 years too late. When I visited New York for the first time, I met this insane waiter guy who was Broadway actor, had been there forever and also kind of waits tables at piano bars and stuff like that. And he was a bunch of friends and I kind of got up and sang at this thing, and he was like, kids, you gotta go back to, I was at school in Iowa, he's like, you gotta go back to Iowa, get a band together, get really popular there, and then come to New York. So if you just come to New York, you're just gonna get stuck working at a piano bar doing snake puppets like me. I never did any snake puppets, but that was kind of my experience in New York. It was awesome. I had a really good time. I learned a lot. I met a lot of really cool musicians, but it's sort of easier to find your footing and then go there. And I feel like we have that in Chicago where you can kind of find people. There's a lot more collaboration, a lot more community that crops up. Maybe it's a Midwest thing, I don't know. But I'm a big fan of Chicago. I'll do one more song for you. It's called Chase What Matters until I get a cease and desist letter. And even then I'll probably keep the name, because I probably won't get a cease and desist. We wage a war in the summertime with little piles of drugs and bodega limes, bottle rockets and a million cans of beer. We could all get jobs and disappear if the highs are worth the lows. Half the time we don't know. Thrift store like supermarket sweeps. We've come to terms with being creeps. We walk through the alleys once a week. Anything we like we can't sell, we keep. If the highs are worth the lows, half the time we don't know. This is our youth and we refuse to waste it, chasing what mattered to the old and jaded ones now. So we wage a war in the summertime with little piles of drugs and bodega limes, bottle rockets and a million cans of beer.
If you wanna grow up, don't do it here.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the hood.